Cosmic Sky, one of the most influential and successful Minecraft servers of all time. In this video, I'm going to be exploring with my behind the scenes knowledge what went wrong and what the past and future of the server will be. Now yes, I know I'm late, but I still get asked every day over on my Twitch what happened to Cosmic Sky, and being a partnered creator on the server up until the end, I have an insight into the financials and decision making behind the scenes, which I haven't shared until now. Let's start with some history. Cosmic Sky was launched in February 2019 and was shut down just over 3 years later in March 2022. Over that time, Cosmic Sky had over 1 million unique players and huge content creators promoting the server. So what went wrong? Now, Season 1 of Cosmic Sky I don't actually know too much about because I didn't play it. However, I do know that it peaked at over 2,000 active players towards the beginning of the season, and that the season was well received by all the Cosmic players that came over from other Cosmic servers to play. Now, for Season 2, they changed a lot. They fixed the overpowered melons and pumpkin farms, which is about all I know about the first season, is that they were broken. They managed to nerf those, and they managed to get quite a few popular content creators on board. They managed to get Vikkstar, pretty much the entire pack minus Lachlan, and they managed to get Pizza Hut on as well. So they had quite a few content creators back in the second season of Cosmic Sky. They'd sorted out the bugs, they sorted out the meta from the first season, and Cosmic Sky had launched fully into the mainstream of Minecraft servers. Now this season, with the advertising of the YouTubers on board, the server peaked at over 5,000 players. Now this was the first season that I actually played because I was brought over by Vikkstar along with many other people. I played and streamed the server every day, making my tiny little contribution towards the content creation pool of Cosmic Sky. But at that time there was a rich amount of content creators on Cosmic Sky. We had official content creators like Glad and Gundle who were playing, and we also had little small content creators like myself who had just started. Now on the surface, Season 3 was an even bigger success, bringing even more YouTubers over and bringing an even higher active player count of over 7,000 active players at one point in the season. Now the problem with Season 3 is, this is where we start to see a bit of the downfall of Cosmic and one of the things which led to its eventual death. Now starting from Season 3, you had to use the Cosmic client in order to connect to the server. This was because Mojang had blocked the IP of Cosmic Sky due to it not complying with the EULA. Now what that basically means is Cosmic was making too much money, and Minecraft did not like that. The Cosmic client added increased overheads for Cosmic because not only in developing the server, they had to also worry about developing the client and keep bringing in new features to the client. Now Cosmic already had a really large development team, so this wasn't too much of a problem, but it was still an added hurdle and an added cost for them on top of all the server running costs. The Cosmic client also added another barrier of entry for new players. A new player not only had to just type in the IP and connect like normal. I would get so many messages as to why the IP wasn't working in my Twitch streams back in the day, and that was of no fault of Cosmic's. That was due to just the way the server works, due to the way that Mojang set it up. You had to use the Cosmic client to connect, and lots of people didn't want to try, download a whole new client for the game if they were just going to try out this new server. So it made the human community a lot more hardcore, a lot more refined, shall we say. There wasn't as many casual players that could just join and connect for the first time and test if they liked it. Now, at about this time, as a response to Cosmic, Hypixel launched their own Skyblock in June 2019. Now, this really shook up the game because there was not only Cosmic Sky, but there was also their competitor Hypixel Skyblock, and this sucked quite a few of the players away from Cosmic. Now, another problem that I saw with Cosmic is season after season, they were trying to reinvent the wheel. Every single season they added a brand new amount of features, and quite often it was good because it kept the content fresh for players, it kept players coming back, but they spent way too much on rebuilding the server in my opinion. Every single time they dumped money into redevelopment and sort of chucked aside the old features that they'd worked so hard on. They were sinking more and more money into Skyblock, and it simply wasn't sustainable, the amount of money that they were shipping into it without any advertisement. Now, they did advertise a few other seasons after this, and they did have obviously the core Cosmic community, making each reset get a couple thousand players. But towards the end, resets were struggling to hit 1,000 players, and the server was really just dying. Now, in my opinion, Cosmic died due to a lack of advertising. I always think that. I think that it died due to just not enough, too much money being pumped into development and trying to change things that weren't necessarily broken, and not enough money went into actually advertising the server, because while the server was advertised, the player count actually was really good while there was fresh players coming into the server. And obviously the fresh players coming into the server are what buy the loot boxes and buy the ranks and spend the money on the server. The hardcore of the server really wasn't doing that and was really just grinding and playing it how I was playing it season after season. So I think definitely the lack of advertising is what killed Cosmic, unfortunately. I know other people might think differently. I know other people think that it got stale, the content. Obviously the content did get stale, and season after season of the same thing wasn't necessarily what lots of people were looking for, but I didn't think the content was that bad, because most people towards the end were playing Cosmic competitively and were playing for IS top and were playing sort of based off the scoreboard and based off the leaderboard scenario. Now, I know from my content creator code that the server was still making thousands of pounds per season up until the shutdown. So I know that they had enough money to keep the server running. I don't know exactly why they shut the server down, because clearly if they didn't update the server and they spent no money on development, they still had enough money to keep just the server up and just keep the server running costs. They were hosting their own server, so it can't have been that much more than you know, a few $100 every week to keep the server running. So yeah, it was still a shock decision why they decided to shut down the server for me. And I can't lie, I don't have all the reasoning behind the scenes as to why they shut it down. They definitely had the money. They had the money. I know they had the money to keep the server running. What they didn't have the money for was they didn't have the money to keep the development team and keep the team as big as it was. So what they were doing was they were trying to cut down on their development costs. Now, what's the future for Cosmic? Cosmic have got, I think it was 14 seasons in the end that they managed to be. 14 seasons worth of content still stored on their servers. I mean, they wouldn't have deleted the code. So Cosmic have still got the content if they decide to have another run of Cosmic Sky. And I honestly was appealing for the longest time for them to roll back the content. Now, Cosmic was too proud to ever do this, but if they rolled the content back to one of the previous seasons, they could really have saved Cosmic Sky by keeping the server fresh, keeping the content fresh, while not spending any money on developing a new thing and testing a whole new server. If they just have rolled it back to season 2 and then played through the seasons again, I think we all would have enjoyed it and we would have had a different outlook on the seasons. Now, they were too proud to do this, but I really think that is how they could have kept the content fresh at a reduced cost and kept the server going for a few more times, and it would have remained profitable, I believe, if they'd have done that. So I was a bit disappointed that, yeah, that Cosmic did shut down and Cosmic didn't try to reuse the content that they already had. But that is just a decision that they made. Now, Cosmic still have all this content, and in a few years, if they do decide to bring the server back, I think that they definitely could do it if they chose to. I think, honestly, it's too much work for the people at the top, for Waffles, and for the people to... They don't make enough profit on it to make it worth the hassle. I think that Rob has sort of retired now from the servers, and he's put a good shift in. I mean, he doesn't owe the community anything. I think obviously we're all disappointed that Cosmic shut down and that they didn't make more of an effort to try and save it. But he doesn't owe us anything. He's a businessman at the end of the day, and if he's made enough money from it and he doesn't want to go through all the hassle again, then that's fair enough. Obviously, I think that Cosmic still have enough content to redo the seasons and to re-release Cosmic. I think if they re-release Cosmic, especially if Mojang dropped the ban on Cosmic, which I obviously don't think was very fair, because every other server was breaking the EULA and none of them got shut down. So I think that if Cosmic had have sort of got its server not blacklisted, it could still be alive today. And I think that if they did negotiate something with Mojang, especially for Bedrock, which is where the big servers are coming nowadays in Minecraft Bedrock Edition, if they had have managed to get something working in Bedrock Edition, then that really would have saved Cosmic. And really could still happen. You never know. Like, Cosmic could still come back on Bedrock Edition or on Java Edition and use some of their resources that they've developed over this time in order to bring back Cosmic in the old school way. I think at the moment, though, we're really looking towards the community to rebuild Cosmic, and this is what I'm talking about with the future of Cosmic. There is still servers that are coming and servers that are bringing the Cosmic game mode back. There's servers like Midnight Sky, there's Project Sky, there's High Skies MC. There's just a few off the top of my head, but there is quite a few community-made projects out there right now, which are trying to rebuild Cosmic. And actually, Midnight Sky has come kind of a long way to doing that. That's probably the most developed at the moment. But there definitely is, yeah, people out there looking to rebuild Cosmic from the community. So I think that's probably what we're looking for now. We're looking towards the community to rebuild Cosmic. I think in an official capacity, it is dead. But you never know, and we can always hope that it does come back. Now, feel free to leave your guys' thoughts on Cosmic in the description down below. What I am going to do is I'm going to upload loads of my previous live streams just for nostalgia on my second channel, so that will be linked to the description below. I'm going to start doing that just so that there's sort of like a good history of Cosmic out there. Because I still remember my streams with good nostalgia, and I'm still missing, obviously, the old school Cosmic. So yeah, it still is a bit sad for me talking about the end of Cosmic. It was such a important part of my life, really. It was such a big part of my life, and where I got all this sort of this platform that I've got now. Obviously, the platform is kind of been killed by me, but you know, I had multiple hundreds of people in live streams. I've had massive success that I could have only dreamed of before Cosmic, so it's still a sort of like a highlight in my life, and still something I look back on as with joy. You know, it was good fun looking back on Cosmic and remembering how we all used to play at the start of seasons, and remembering all of the nostalgia about Cosmic. So I'm still looking forward to it. I'm still looking forward to the future. I'm trying to get back into Minecraft. I'm trying to get back into content creation as well. So if you guys want to see the comeback from me, then that would be appreciated. I'm trying to get back into some Skyblock, some prisons, maybe some factions as well. I'm trying to get back into the whole sort of Minecraft scene that I've been gone for quite a while. So hopefully that goes all right, and yeah, hopefully I don't disappear this time like I did last time when Cosmic shut down. So I know this video is really late, but I do appreciate you guys for watching nevertheless. And yeah, leave your comments down below of your best memories of Sky and what you're looking forward to for the future. If you guys are planning on playing the next season of Midnight Sky, I think I will play next season of Midnight Sky when it comes out. I don't know exactly when it is coming out, but I'm gonna play it whenever it is, assuming I catch it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into playing Skyblock, and even if it isn't Cosmic, then I'm looking forward to getting back into the scene.